One thing I love about Robinhood is the watchlist feature. It's similar to paper trading on other platforms. So let's take a look at the ones that I had on my watch list for the past few days. Walgreens, we had a $12 put. I bought this at $92. It is now $66, and that had a 28% loss. QQQ, a $515 call that has a 13% loss. I bought at $15. It is now $13 with an expiration date of Friday. This one is a little too far out of the money. It might reach some form of profit soon. Now we have a QQQ call for $510 that I added on July 5th. It expires July 12th. I added at $38. It is now $50, which makes it a 31% total return. And obviously with these super cheap options, you would buy multiples to maximize your profit. Now we're at a QQQ call for $505. I added this at $103 on July 5th with an expiration of July 12th. It has an 82% gain because the contract is now $188. This one is really close to the money, which is always good. Next up, SPY $565 call. This one is my favorite. I added this at $18. It is now $70 and it expires on July 12th. It has a 288% return. I actually ended up taking this trade and I bought multiple contracts, so it was a pretty good one. I'm still watching it. I always like to watch them based on their expiration. Here's a SMCI call that I added at $715. This was added on July 8th with an expiration of July 26th. It has a 28% total ROI. I've been watching AMD for a while. I have a $175 call that I'm watching. This was amazing. Added this on July 8th at $287, and it has a 226% return because the contract is $938. And it expires on July 12th. This one was an amazing position to watch. Next up, we have an AMD $200 call. I added this at $375. It has a 92% return because it is now $723 and it expires Friday. Here's another contract that expires on July 19th. It has a 157% return. I added it at $300 and it was now $473. Here's another AMD contract that I added on July 8th at $118. It has 182% returns because the contract is now $333 and it expires on July 19th. With LLY, I actually lost on this one, 18% loss. I added this at $16. The contract is $13 now. Next up, ExxonMobil, which I actually took this trade today and I'm still watching it. This was added at $24 and it is now $33. And this was a 37% return and the contract expires on the 25th. Next up, we have GME. I am only watching this because of some tweets that I saw. The expiration is 2026, so I'm simply just watching. And that's my watch list.